Hi, I'm here with Francesco Galli Zugaro, who is founder and CEO of Aqua Expeditions, and this is Insider Travel Videos. Francesco, we wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on with Aqua Expeditions, which is known as a very luxurious river cruise product, both on the Amazon and Mekong. And I guess the first question, you recently actually did and made an announcement that you're doing things beyond river cruising. You've formed partnerships with Jean-Michel Cousteau and the Shackelford Society. Tell us about those partnerships and what they do for your company.
Okay, thank you, James. Nice to be back with you after a few years. Yes, well, we just celebrated our 10th anniversary last month, so I'm happy.
How time flies, huh?
Incredible. But it's been an amazing ride so far. We've obviously always looked at creating additional value for our guest experience, and part of that is partnering up with people that we believe are just as passionate at what we do in their other respective fields. Jean-Michel Cousteau being an iconic marine biologist and an icon in conservation in general around the world, shares that passion with me. And when I met him last year, we decided to partner up for few departures both on the Amazon and on the Mekong to provide on selected departures this year and next year. I guess 15 couples or 19 couples on the Mekong, because one cabin is obviously reserved for him, the opportunity to travel with him and have an up-close and personal experience seeing that part of the world through his eyes, providing value-added, lectures at night and the educational component of seeing those bodies of water through an icon like him. The Shackleton Salute Society is a society that also I felt shared a lot of core values with me on the exploratory side. This is more the passionate side of the trips that I lead personally. It's a collection of 20 fellows around the world that are either owners or guides themselves, experts in their field, in their respective fields around the world. And in our case, in the Mekong and the Amazon, I'm the fellow for them in that part of the world. And we lead private trips for our guests. And in this particular case, I'm leading a trip into Sub-Saharan Africa later this year with guests that want to explore that part of the world.
Not too much rivers in that part of the world.
No, you'd be surprised. Yeah, I mean, I've sailed and navigated the entire Kariba Lake in Zimbabwe. We're going to be doing the Congo, Lake Albert in Uganda, and the source of the White Nile. And then obviously doing an active biking trip in northern Namibia, bordering with Angola. Okay. So there's always something that we want to offer our past guests.
Now, let's talk about where you started, which is the Amazon. You had two boats on the Amazon. Unfortunately, an accident with one that destroyed the boat. Fortunately, no passengers were injured. Unfortunately, some crew were injured. But what's the status of your operations now in the Amazon?
Well, it was an awful tragedy, and one that I would hopefully never, ever experience again. We did lose some dear crew of mine, and it was dark days for me during those days. A year has passed, we've moved on, the company is solid in every aspect, and the business in the Amazon is very strong. The boat, the Aria, which is our 16-cabin cruiser, is solid. We've definitely considered rebuilding it, rebuilding a new one. The demand is there for it, so I just want to make sure that I take one step at a time. The repercussions of it have been managed very well given the circumstance, so I'm happy for that. But we just want to take it one step at a time and see. We're focused now on our other parts of the world and new ventures that we're looking into.
Well, talk a little bit, for those who may not know, what does an Amazon itinerary include?
Obviously seeing the Peruvian Amazon through our eyes with world-class naturalist guides, and the highlights obviously are the pink dolphins, the sloths, the howler monkeys, seeing a relatively unknown part of the world through the comfort and levels of experience that we provide in a very customized, hands-on approach, which is small groups of eight guests to one guide, all on private tenders, going into a seasonally flooded forest, looking for flora and fauna, and see what nature throws at us every day. Right. So it's really a very customized experience.
Now, turning to the Mekong, and a couple of years ago you launched your Mekong. It's the Aqua Mekong. How is that going, and what does it look like for the future?
Well, when we last met, I was just about moving to Singapore, where I set up shop for our global headquarters. I've been there now 4 years, going into my 5th year, 2 years ago, we launched the Aqua Mekong, and I've been very pleased with it. The boat is beautiful. It came out, met all my expectations, and I think it exceeded the guest expectations. It's a 20-cabin cruiser operating between Saigon, Phnom Penh, and Siem Reap. Weekly departures all year round, and it's been very well received. It's won numerous awards for the design aspect, being a very boutique river cruiser, non-traditional cruise decor hasn't been used for it. We've done it more like a floating boutique hotel, right. And that was always a concept. So it's doing very well. I'm very pleased.
Well, that's great, and I know when you did it, you made big decision to move out there and to really go at it. Let's talk a little bit about the Aqua Expeditions difference. What makes Aqua different from maybe other river cruise lines? Is it the luxury, the amenities, the itineraries? What is it?
Well, obviously luxury is a term that's commonly used today in all, at least in our niche. What I try to differentiate ourselves with is the quality of human capital that we have, the talent that's on board, and the people that are servicing our guests, but also the hands-on approach that we've done. Everything on the vessels and the company has been either sourced by us to experts in their field, and it's that human touch that we put onto everything that we do. The vessels are small, very customized, a 1-to-1 crew to guest ratio. So it's 40 guests, 40 crew, 32 guests, 32 crew on the Amazon, and everything's done on private tenders. We're the only vessel in the Mekong with private speedboats. No other vessels, about 10 other boats there. So we're not first to market, but in our niche, we're the only one.
Right. Now, you have Amazon, you have Mekong, you have some of these expeditions that you're taking on. What is next for Aqua Expeditions? Are you going to go to other rivers, other parts of the world?
Well, I've got enough energy and passion in me to definitely grow our business, both on the supply side and on the demand side. There's demand out there to fill more boats, and there's my passion to put more river boats or even coastal cruisers. So,
well, that would be my question. You get more sort of coastal or ocean going as well.
Well, my background, I started in the Galapagos Islands, so that's where I cut my teeth into tourism. So definitely coastal bodies of water are definitely appealing to me. I spend 3/4 of the year either exploring new bodies of water and running our business, and our size boats can basically go anywhere. Either bodies of water, be it large lakes, inland waterways, or coastal waterways. And definitely our neck of the woods, which is now Southeast Asia, provides a lot of opportunities for that, but not discarding South America as well.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to catch up with you once again, Francesco. Good luck with the new stuff, with the tours that you're going to be holding with Shackelford, with Jean-Michel Cousteau, and good luck with the future on the river cruises, both in the Amazon and the Mekong, and we'll look for much more from you.
Thank you very much, James, and thanks for the support.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Videos.